Alright, my dear. We're going to talk about getting you bent from the waist just a little bit more to give yourself some room to move, more than anything.
Okay.
And then the only other thing we're going to talk about from there is that hub. So your belly button and your sternum. Okay? I'm going to try and keep those two actually on top of each other. Now, as you start to move it back, it feels really, really natural to start moving away from the golf ball, like that.
Yeah.
Now the problem is that now your hub is back over here somewhere, which means that you're probably going to hit the ground before the golf ball each time. This particular one you didn't. So what it also means is that you're going to lack rotation, because when you're moving laterally this way, you can't really turn your hips, and you're really only hitting it off one leg, because we've probably got 95 to 100% of pressure on that right leg at the moment, rather than pushing into the ground with both legs. Alright, so then all I have to do is get you to feel as though you're pushing into the ground with that leg. Okay, and then you'll rotate around and this club will not be quite as vertical. So what happens there when you start to talk about generating force is that this club's working pretty much straight up and down at this point in time. If I work it further around here, the golf club and the shaft and your forearm, well then it's going to have to travel further to get to the golf ball, and when it travels further, it travels faster.
Yep.
Okay, so there's lots of things, there are lots of reasons why we want this hub to stay over there. We rotate, your arms will go around you a lot more. It's going to feel extraordinarily strange, but any change that we make is going to feel strange. That's the definition of madness, trying to do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, right? So if I can get you just to be a little bit more stable there, because now you've got to come back over there somehow, and you don't do a pretty damn good job on this one. Almost gets back there. The issue is that it doesn't do that a lot of the time. It only does it a very, very small percentage of the time. Now, the other part to that is you can make mistakes with a good mechanics, from a biomechanical standpoint, from making good movement patterns, but the issue there is that when you mishit it, not the issue, the great thing about when you get good mechanics is that when you mishit it, it doesn't go quite as bad as when you mishit it doing that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, what have we got to work on? We've got to set you up a little bit better this way. Mm-hmm. And then we've got to get you to understand that you're going to keep some pressure on that foot and get you to rotate around one axis rather than that axis moving all the time.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I know there's a lot, but you should get around that one.
Yeah.
Okay? And when you put it in full motion, you do a really nice job. When you're talking about rhythm and that kind of stuff, it's not very jerky, it's a good movement pattern. All I want to do is enhance it.
Okay.
Okay?